Hello YouTube, my name is Paul, hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back to another pickup video. An Amiga inspired pickup video as promised in my previous pickup video. Next 2 or 3 will probably be Amiga titles. So I've got this one which is the Sinisteve pickups video. The next one which is the Shooters Without Ash, 8 One Before You. The next one might just be a generic Amiga pickups video. Now, I've been picking up Amiga games left, right and centre this year. Have a very small list that I actually want. But every now and then you see a game that comes up which is a staple of the Amiga library and you think to yourself, well, I think to myself, I don't have it. So it'd be worth getting hold of it. Now, some of these games I've had before. Some of these games will be new to the collection. As in, I've never had them before. And a couple of these games are games I've already got. That's so typical of me. So I'm going to give those 2 games away to the first people that leave a comment below. As if they want them. Just leave it in the comment that you want that particular game. But what would be great is to just pick one game so someone else can have the other game. Which I'll show you in a sec. Now, one is the budget version of the one I've now got, and one is the game I already had. Which I thought I had on a different system. But yeah, so Steve's channel, like I said, a big Amiga fan himself. He's got a huge Amiga collection. I would say probably, what, pushing 1,000 games. It is his first love when it comes to his collection. He does love arcade cabinets. Does collect from many other systems as well, many consoles, Commodore 64. Gets out and about to a lot of events. So yeah, I mean, if you don't know Steve, please check out his channel. And if you do love the Amiga, certainly check out his channel anyway. There's not enough Amiga content on YouTube, I don't think. I do search quite a lot to see if there's anybody else out there collecting for the Commodore Amiga. You certainly don't see enough Amiga pickup videos. Yeah, it's got such a vast library, isn't it? Thousands of games. When you start branching out all over the world, there's even more thousands of games. But yeah. So let's crack on with the video anyway. So what have we got first? What should I show you first? Actually see what's on there. That's not good, is it? We'll start with these 2 first, then, shall we? Don't even think you noticed them, to be fair. First up, this is an Amiga staple. I never had this back in the day. I had the sequel. I had the follow-up to the sequel, which was kind of like the sequel 0.5, and the 2 3D games, which are both really good. It's Alien Breed. In lovely condition, I've got to say. Let the shine commence. Look at that. But yeah, I mean, this game, for its time, must have been awesome. I didn't have an Amiga till 1992. In 1991, I didn't have anything, I don't think. I had a Mega Drive without many games on it. But these guys, I think, brought a certain panache to the Amiga, Team 17. So their games were kind of like, what, 50 frames per second and silky smooth and great music. But I find Alien Breed itself a flipping hard game. It's one of those games that you'll benefit if you remember the mazes, because bloody hell, they're huge. But yeah, I can't get very far in it. To be honest, I went down one elevator, that's about it. But for some reason, I got the United Colours of Benetton inside the box. Look at those discs. Awesome, isn't it? Look at that. I wonder why they made discs in so many different colours. But yeah, really pleased with that. A bit different, isn't it? But yeah, it comes with instructions and discs. But yeah, really pleased to finally have one of these games, or this game, in my collection. I think I now got all the Alien Breed games. Yeah, I think I have, including the little re-release version as well. I think there's 2 variants to that. But I've definitely got one of them anyway. So yeah, Alien Breed, chuffed to bits to finally have that in my collection. The next one, I don't know if you saw it or not. I'm not sure if he's a British superhero from a British comic. 2000 AD. I'm not a comic person. I mean, last comic I read was a Beano. And that's Judge Dredd. I am the law. Virgin Games. Not a game I'm familiar with, I've got to say. I played it for a bit. And you fight the fatties. How politically incorrect is that? The fatties. How dare they? Blimey. But yeah, yeah, you fight them. You don't shoot the civilians. That's about all I've learnt from the game thus far. I can't get very far in it, to be honest. It comes with a load of bump, doesn't it? Posters in there. The manual's in there. That's in there. And including all that lot, you get this little advertisement for all the games that came out by Virgin Games at the time, including some very boring board game inspired titles. That one there don't come up very often. I don't think all of them came out on the Amiga. But yeah, on the other side there's some right classics, isn't there? I think I've now got all of them bar the bottom two. But yeah, really pleased to have it. Just got to get to grips with the game, to be honest. It's one that don't come up that often. And I was eyeing up an Amiga box, might have been this morning, my memory's rubbish, in a grey box. I think it's got another 2000 AD character on the front, but I can't remember what the hell it was. But yeah. So yeah, great to have that in the collection. Another Virgin Games title added. But yeah, brilliant. Now, let's look at some of these plastic cases. First up, a game I had on the Spectrum. Very good game, actually. It is an arcade conversion by Elite, and that's Buggy Boy. Yeah, I remember the Spectrum version had really huge sprites. The main Buggy was gigantic. It was almost like about a quarter of the screen, which is unusual for a Sinclair Spectrum, but the Amiga version looks more in proportion. Again, a complete way of instructions and disc. Plays really well on the Amiga, I've got to say. I can't remember the arcade version, so I'm not quite sure how close that is, but I can't imagine it's a million miles off. I enjoyed it until I got to the river and kept falling in, which is rather infuriating. But yeah, it's one of those games, just racing. I think you got to go through flags, pick up flags. Maybe there's a sequence of flags you got to pick up to get bonuses, I'm not sure, but I'm not great at the game. It's good anyway, it's a good game. Right, next up we got a game I used to have on the Atari ST. Really enjoyed this on the ST actually. My friend had it as part of his silica pack of his ST. That's Nebulous. A good game on every system I think it came out on. I'm pretty sure it even came out on 1 or 2 consoles as well. Yeah, great game. Game that I played quite a bit. Got off level 1 maybe 2 or 3 times ever. This is instructions. It's one of those games well, it's a platformer, but slightly different as the tower turns as you move. So your character kind of stays stationary on the screen, but the tower revolves around him, or her, or they. And you climb up the tower, jumping over platforms, avoiding baddies, and sometimes you fall through the platform. Toy. And if you're lucky, you might land on a platform below rather than going into the water. But once you reach the end of the tower, you go into a shoot 'em up section. So it's a bit bizarre, but yeah, very good game though, nonetheless. Great fun. Next up is a game I've never really spent a lot of time on. A Capcom game I've been after for a while actually. It's one of those games again, comes up, doesn't go for a lot of money, I never pick it up. That's Bionic Commando. And I do believe this game possibly is better on the 8-bit systems. To be fair, I thought it was okay. And the guys who made this game, I'm pretty sure they made some other big hitters actually on the Amiga. I want to say Ghouls and Ghosts. Sliced by a Secret Agent, I think. Not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, graphically it's okay. I never played the arcade. You kind of get around with some strange mechanic, don't you? Some sort of grappling device. I wonder if Batman the movie got the inspiration from that to get around the levels. But yeah, the grappling device comes in handy, and you shoot things. It's about as far as I got with the game, to be honest. I got to level 2, which is an achievement, my first go. But yeah, nice to have it in the collection. I do want to have a full Capcom collection, but I know there's a couple of absolute gits to find out there. I'm not a million miles away, maybe 1 or 2 games away now. I think 1943. I have seen that before. But I think that's it for the long box games, but I can't remember what else came out on the Capcom label I don't have. In that livery anyway. I do like the purple livery. Right, next up is a game based on a cartoon of a couple of classic films, and that's the real Ghostbusters. More and more I play this game, the further and further I get, which means I enjoy it a little bit more, but it's a very average title. And I didn't realise it's based on an arcade cabinet, which again I never played before. All in great nick. All these games Steve sold me here are fantastic, I've got to say. Even the ones that aren't are still really good, so it's nice to have. The copies he's kept must have been absolute mint. Yeah, strange instructions on the back of the actual inlay. Like that, anyway. Yeah, lovely to have the game in the collection. It's one of those games, I think, again, you shoot, a bit like the original Ghostbusters, I suppose, but just top-down view, more open, sort of more open plan. You shoot the ghosts and then catch them all. Not sure what you do with them at the end. I guess you get to a certain point in the level and then you put them into some contraption and go to the next level, really. But yeah, it's a very average game. I'm really pleased to have it back in the collection, though. I'm pretty sure I've had that before. I'm pretty sure I've had Nebulous before. So yeah, those two are pretty sure I've had before. Now next up is one of the games that I've got a duplicate of. So, like I said before, leave a comment below if you want this game. And that is Deflector. I could have sworn I had this on the Atari ST and not on the Amiga. But there you go. Again, a cracking game. The one I have to give away is distributed by Prism Leisure, which I'll show you in a minute. So I'm not sure why Prism Leisure released it. Maybe it was a re-release, I don't know. Whereas this one is a Gremlin, full Gremlin release, so I'll be keeping that one Steve sent me. And giving away the other one. But yeah, it's one of those games, a puzzle game. I've never really got the hang of it. You've got to deflect the beam. Always deflect the beam in the wrong place and die. I think if you go into certain, put the beam a certain way, you overheat. That's the end of the game. But sometimes you can, I think you can like do stuff in the game. I think you just get points by deflecting the beam onto certain things. But yeah, I struggle with it. I've got to read the instructions, to be honest. But yeah, it's apparently a very good game. The sequel to it's hard to find as well, actually, which is, I think it's called Mind Benders, which is the sequel to Deflector. That's the one I'm going to give away. Like I said, it's exactly the same. Prism on the back. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's a re-release. It's a release abroad, I don't know. Even the disc has got a Prism disc. So yeah, a bit of a strange variant, that one. If you've got any more information on it, let us know. But apart from that, everything else is identical. Yeah. So yeah, chuffed to have that. I mean, yeah, I did already have it. How weird. Right, what we got next? What we got next? Shall I show you another box game? Now this one again is one of those games that is a good game. It's got brilliant music and probably the best interpretation of this franchise on the Amiga. So yeah, I've seen this game come up and I've just left it. Don't know why. I keep meaning to buy it, but never did. That's Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. The music is bloody awesome. It's very similar looking to the original, I've got to say. It's done by Richard Applin, I think, who did the Amstrad version. He might have done all the versions, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, he did a really good conversion of this, and this is really good fun, I've got to be honest. Again, not much in the box of these Virgin games. Not this one anyway. Not like Judge Dredd, which is pretty cool. Again, I've got to the last level, I think, on my first go. A bit like Double Dragon. No continues, just every 20,000 points you've got an extra life. Once you find your kind of routine, you used to just jump kick, really. I think some people use the elbow tactic. You breeze your way through the game really easily, but the last level's full of flipping death traps, isn't it? You've got spears going towards your head. You've got plenty of holes in the ground, plenty of places to jump into and die. And then it gets brutally hard. So yeah, an easy game up to that point. A bit like Agony, really. You get so far into the game, it just goes brutally hard. Crazy, man. Crazy. What else we got? Right, next up is another game. I'm going to give away the variant of this. Not a bad game. Never really played it back in the day. Arcade game originally done by Sega. That's Alien Syndrome. Pretty sure I didn't show this off that long ago. Yeah, it's really good. I quite enjoyed this one. Quite tough, quite repetitive. It took me a while to realise there's actually a map in the game to show me where all the captives are to go and pick them up. Rather than me trying to run around the stage looking for them. So that actually helped. It's amazing what you get when you read the instructions, I tell you. Yeah, so it's a good game. I enjoyed it. Never played the arcade version before. So I'm not really sure how it differs on the Amiga. But the other version I did buy a while ago was the re-release version. Rad. I'm not sure who Rad. Don't know. Never heard of rad before. Don't say on the back either. But yeah, that's the one I'm going to give away. So yeah, it's a good nick. I think I've never ever taken it out of this paper towel. So yeah. But yeah, it's 2 to give away. So if you want one, leave a comment below and just pick one, and then someone else can have the one you don't want. And I'll ship them off your way. But yeah, so Pleased to Have Alien Syndrome, full price release. Doesn't come up very often, that one. 4 to go. Almost there. Next up, I don't believe the original got released on the Amiga, but it certainly got released on the Atari ST. Top-down dungeony type game. That's Gauntlet 2. Again, really pleased to have this one, because I've been after this one for ages. Number 3 I want, and that seems to go for more and more money every time I look at it. But yeah, I've finally got a hold of this. So yeah, really pleased to have Gauntlet. Never really played the franchise much, I've got to say. It seems like a good game. It plays quite well, I believe. The second one certainly plays better on the SC than the first one did. It was quite sluggish. You can play up to 3, maybe 4 players. I can't remember how you do it. It's a certain thing you've got to do within the game to enable so many players to play at the same time. But yeah. Quite a convoluted way to set the game up, I think, because I got confused the first time. I set it up and I was player 2, even though I only wanted to play 1 player. But yeah, it's a good game. It's quite similar to the arcade, just a little bit more sluggish, as you would expect. Really pleased to have it in the collection, though. It's about time I finally got that game. Been after it flipping ages. It's just number 3 now. Once I get that one, I'll be a happy man. So it leaves us with 3 more titles. 3 quite obscure ones, actually. One I've been after for ages. One I didn't even know existed until I saw Steve's video quite a while back now. And the other one is another Domark game. It's a couple of games released by Domark. Broderbund. I'm not sure if that means brotherhood or something like that. It's like a German name, but it's an American company. So we show you that one first. That's Typhoon and Thompson. So 2 games on my list are both by that company, but released by Domark in bigger cases. Both games are very difficult to find. There's actually one of them is on eBay at the moment, but the price is excessive. The other one, you just don't see it. Last time I saw the other one, it sold for £50 twice within a month, which is unbelievable for this game, which I've seen go for hundreds. But yeah, this game I remember doing as part of my Amiga Power Top 100 series, a bit like Treasure Trap I showed you in the last pickup video. I haven't got used to it. Playing it with a mouse, I'm not sure if it is a mouse only game. I can't imagine it is, but it was quite tricky playing with a mouse. Got to knock certain things off of hoverboards, pick them up, called sprites or whatever a sprite is, I don't know. But you can see it in the video footage. It's kind of a bizarre game actually, but good fun nonetheless. Yeah, just got to read the instructions to get used to the gameplay mechanic, to be honest. Typhoon Thompson Amiga version addendum. Guess what it says? To load the game, insert the disc, switch on the machine. The game will auto boot. I'm not quite sure why they had to have that in there. I don't know. That's what you normally do anyway, wouldn't it? So yeah, I would love the other 2 big case Domark Broderbund games, but yeah. I think most of the Amiga community would love those 2 games as well, especially one of them. Right, final 2. One is obscure game. You don't see it very often. In fact, they both are. One can be quite pricey, and the other one you just don't see enough of. And the other one is a game very similar to Spy Hunter, very similar to also other game. Picked it up quite recently. Another Spy Hunter clone. I forget what it's called now. Hot Rod, maybe? It's called Hot Rod? Am I dreaming? Major Motion. Quite a cool box actually. I like that. American muscle cars. Like a Vauxhall or some description. But yeah. That's pretty cool. Major Motion. But yeah, Microdeal, company based not a million miles from where I live now. In St Austell. Well, used to be in St Austell. They made quite a few games, didn't they? Some games were good, some games were not so good. But yeah, Major Motion is very much like a Spy Hunter clone. Just driving up the road, shooting the baddies, or barging them off the road, going to the back of a lorry, pick up something, helicopter drops something, and you crash. So very, very similar to Spy Hunter. In fact, it's a Spy Hunter rip-off, isn't it, when you look at it? Yeah, really pleased to have it though. It's a very obscure title, don't come up very often. And for Steve to come across this game twice, it's pretty amazing, really. So yeah, really pleased to have that game. But finally, this game's got brilliant music, it's got brilliant graphics. There's not much of the gameplay, is it? It's very similar to, say, like Agony, just looks and sounds the part. But there's something missing from the game. Agony's better than this, to be fair. That game is unreal. Now this game, generally, you see it in absolutely squashed condition. So very pleased with this. As you can see there, yeah. No crushing in sight, really. Even the old flaps are firm, as you would expect from an Amiga game. Bit of tape on the bottom there. I guess they've done that to, whoever's owned it in the past has done that just to secure the box, but quite easy to take that off. I'm really pleased to have that though. But I was really impressed by how good this game looked. If you played Agony before, you kind of know what I mean. It just looks great. The gameplay's okay. It's fast. It's just missing that substance. Something missing from it. Kind of looks like an on-rail game. Looks a bit like, plays a bit like Space Harrier. When you actually look at the back of the game, there's different perspectives. I've only seen the Space Harrier bits. There's other bits in there where it looks like you're going horizontally across as well. I'm sure you can see there, but I've never been to that stage yet. But yeah, I'm really pleased to have this though. But again, brilliant music. Brilliant music. There's quite a few Ubisoft games that came out in boxes like this. I think this might be only my second. I think Ranks was released by Ubisoft. I think I've got that, but that's the only two I have. I know there's loads of others I'd love to have. You just never see them in nice condition, do you? So yeah, so thanks very much to Steve for these bundles of games. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Pleased to have some of these. Some of these have been on my radar for a long time. Just never bit the bullet to pick them up, to be fair. So thank you very much, Steve. Yeah, brilliant. But yeah, like I said, 2 games up for grabs. Let's leave a comment below. 1 per person, please, and I'll get them on the way to you, no matter where you are in the galaxy. But yeah, that's it. So my next video is going to be the shooters without Ash, 8 Before You, which will consist of about a dozen, maybe 15 shooters as well. Some will be common, some will be a bit obscure, and then I'll probably pick up another Amiga video. Back to normal videos. I've still got an Amiga Power video that I've kind of done, but I just got to film it. Get that out. But yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys again real soon. So take care and bye for now.